Good morning, dear students. I hope all are keeping fine at home. Last class, we have completed exercise 7.2 and also we have done exercise 7.3 question number 2, divide and verify. That is dividing by a 3-digit number by 1-digit number. Okay, now let's complete our exercise 7.3. Exercise 7.3 question number 3. Exercise 7.3 question number 3. First question, 1127 divided by 5. 1127 divided by 5. Divide the following by long division method. Okay, long division method means normal method. What we are doing? Okay, 1127 divided by 5. Exercise 7.3 question number 3a. Now let's see 1127 divided by 5. What is dividend here? 1127. What is quotient? Quotient is 5. Now, first we have to select one number from dividend. That is 1. Can we select 1? No, we cannot choose 1 because 1 is smaller than 5. So we have to take next one more number. Now it is 11. How many 5s are in 11? How many 5s are in 11? 2 5s are 10. 5 2s are 10. Okay, 2 5s are, then next multiplication. 11 minus 10, 1. Next step is the subtraction, that is 1. 11 minus 10, 1. Next, that 2 comes down. That 2 comes from dividend, that 2 comes down. Okay, we can't take this both number together. One by one numbers we have to take down. Then, how many 5s are in 12? Or how many times we can deduct 5 from 12? How many times we can deduct? 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. Can we deduct 3 times? No, we cannot take 3 times because they are only 12. Okay. So what number we will write here? 2 times. Then next step, that is multiplication. 5 2s are 10. Then 12 minus 10, 2. 12 minus 10, 2. Then what is the next number? 7 should come down. Now here it is 27 and here divisor is 5. How many 5s are in 27? In 5th table, when you will get 27 or near numbers or just a smaller number. Here 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25, 5 6 are 30. Can we deduct 6 times? No, we cannot deduct 6 times because here it is only 27. So just previous number we should take, that is 5. 5 multiplied by 5, 25. So we can write 5 in quotient place. And next step, multiplication. 5 multiplied by 5, 25. Then subtraction. 27 minus 25 is equal to 2. Then here quotient is 225 and remainder is 2. Okay. Next question. 2874 divided by 7. Question number B. 2874 divided by 7. Let's see. 2874. What is this? This is dividend. This one is dividend and 7. 7. Then first we have to take 2 from dividend. Okay. How many 7s are in 2? There is no 7 in 2 because 2 is smaller than 7. 28. How many times? 7 4s are 28. Therefore, we should write upon 8 because this number together we have taken. Okay. Then, what is the next step? Next step is multiplication. 7 4s are 28. Then, what is the next one? 28 minus 28. That is subtraction. 0 will get. Next 7 should come down. Next number comes down. Now here it is 7. How many 7s are in 7? Or how many 7s we can deduct from 7? Only one time. 7 ones are 7. Next multiplication. 7 ones are 7. Next step subtraction. 7 minus 7 0. Then 4 comes down. Okay. 4 comes down. Here, this 4 came from dividend. That is not remainder. Keep in your mind. Then, how many 4s are in? How many 7s are in 4? Or in 7th table, when you will get 4? Will you get 4? No. Why? 4 is smaller than 7. So we have to put 0 here. There is no 0. There is no 7 in 4. Okay. So we placed 0 in the place of quotient. The next step, multiplication. 0 multiplied by 7. Whenever we multiply a number by 0, we always get 0. So here we will get 0. 4 minus 0, 4. Now this 4 is quotient. What is remainder? Quotient, this 4 is remainder. Quotient is 410. Remainder is 4. Okay. Next question. 3,303 divided by 3. 3,303 divided by 3. Okay. First we should take 3. How many 3s are in 3? 1. 1 3s are 3. Then 3 minus 3, 0. The next 3 comes down. How many 3s are in 3? 1. That 1 we have written. Next step is multiplication. 3s are 3. Then after multiplication, what is the next step? Subtraction. 3 minus 3, 0. Again 0 came down. That 0. This 0 came from dividend. That 0 came from dividend. How many 3s are in 0? There is no 3s in 0. Or in third table, we will not get 0. So we have to place 0 here. Okay. Then do the next step. Multiplication. The same step. Here also we have to follow. 0 multiplied by 3. 0. After subtraction also we will get 0. Then we take next number. If you want, you can avoid this step. But you should place 0 in the place of quotient. That is very important. If you not put 0 here and if you avoid this, you will not get a answer, correct answer. Okay. If you avoid it's okay, no problem. But 0 must be there. Then 3 comes down. How many 3s are in 3? 1. Then 1 multiplied by 3, 3. Next step, subtraction. Quotient is 1101. Remainder is 3. Okay. Next one. 4,729 divided by 6. What is the next question? 4,000. Next question is 4,729 divided by 6. Next question is 4,729 divided by 6. Let's see how can we do it. 4, 7, 2, 9 divided by 6. How many 6 are in 4? How many 6 are in 4? There is no 6 in 4. Why? 4 is smaller than 6. Then we should take next number 47. Next number, now it will come 47. How many 6 are in 47? 6 1s are 6. 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 13, 6 6s are 36, 6 7s are 42, 6 8s are 56, 6 7s are 42, 6 7s are 42, 6 8s are 48. Okay, not 56, 6 8s are 48. Here only 47s are there. 6 7s are 42. Okay, so we have to write here 7. Then do the next step. 6 7s are 42. Next step is subtraction. 47 minus 42, 5. Here see this 5, this is remainder. After subtraction we have got this number. Okay. Is the division is over? No, division is not yet over. There's 2 more numbers left. Now our first division, after first division we have got 5. Okay. Then this 5 is smaller than 6. Then only our answer will be correct. Whenever we do the subtraction, then that difference should be smaller than divisor. Here 47 minus 42 we have got a 5. Suppose if you write here 6. Okay, 6 6 are 36. We will get here 36. Okay, after subtraction we will get a 11. Is the answer is correct? No, answer is not correct because 11 is bigger than after subtraction we must get smaller number than divisor. So what will write here? Here we have to write 7. 7 6 are 42. After 47 minus 42, here 5. Then next write next number down 2. What will come? 6 7s are 42, 6 8 are 48, 6 9s are 54. 6 9s are 54. Can we write here 9? No. 9 6 are 54. We can't write that. So we have to write next previous number 8. 6 8s are 48. 6 8s are 48. Then what is the next step? Subtraction. 52 minus 48, 4. 52 minus 48, 4. See, this 4 is smaller than 6. Then is the division is over? No, division is not over. This one more number is left that we should take down. 49. How many times? 6 6 are 36, 6 7s are 42, 6 8s are 48. That 8 again we can write here in the place of quotient. And 6 8s are 48. 49 minus 48 is equal to 1. Here quotient is 788 and remainder is 1. Okay. Rest of the problem you can do it yourself. E and F you can do yourself. E, F, do it yourself in your rough copy. No need to do in your classwork copy. You can do in your rough copy just for practice. Okay. Classwork copy, it should be neat and tidy. That there only question number till D is enough in your classwork copy from this question. Question number 3. Next one, divide question number 4. Divide and find remainder. That also the same method what we have done now. Divide and find remainder. 2876 by 2. 2876 by 2. Question number 4 is 2876 divided by 76 by 4 divided by 3. Here given by. Okay. Instead of that symbol of division, it was given by. 2876 by 3. How can we do? 2876 by 3. 3 9s are 27. The next step, subtraction. 28 minus 27, 1. Then 7 comes down. How many times? 3 5s are 15, 3 6 are 18. We cannot write 6 times. How many times we supposed to write here? 5 times. 3 5s are 15. Next step, subtraction. 17 minus 15, 2. Then comes down, 6 down. How many times? 3 9s are 27. Can we retake 9 times? No. 3 8s are 24. Right here 8. 3 8s are 24. Next step, subtraction. 26 minus 24, 2. What is quotient? Quotient is 958 and remainder is 2. Let's check once again. 28. How many times 3 is in 28? 9 times. After writing 9 here, we have to do the multiplication. 9 3s are 27. Then 28 minus 27, 1 and 7 comes down. Okay. Then how many times 3 in 17? 5 times. 5 3s are 15. Next 17 minus 15, 2 and 6 comes down. Then 8 3s are 24. 26 minus 24 is equal to 2. Here quotient is 958 and remainder is 2. Okay. The same method only we are doing the problem. You can write B, C, D in your copy. Already we have learned how to divide 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. The same method we have to follow here. B, C, D. You can write in your classwork copy. This all problem you can write in your classwork copy. Okay. Next, question number 5 and 6 we have cancelled from our syllabus. It is no need to do. It is no need to. Already we have learned the same method. Question number 6, the same method we have learned in exercise 7.2. So it is no need to write in your classwork copy because this time very less time only we will get. We cannot go through all problems. Each and every problem we cannot go. So we can cancel this problem. Okay. Now we are going to learn properties of division. What are the properties of division? Here, first property, when we divide a number by 1, we always get the number itself. When we divide a number by 1, we always get the number itself. In other hand, we can say when the divisor is 1, the quotient is same as the dividend. Okay? When we divide a number by 1, that means divisor. If the divisor is 1, the quotient is the number itself. For example, 68 divided by 1, what we will get? 68. Whenever we divide a number by 1, the quotient is the number itself. 5 divided by 1, 5. 2 divided by 1, 2. 100 divided by 1, 100. 8,000 divided by 1, 8,000. Whatever the number, whenever we divide a number by 1 or when the divisor is, if the divisor is 1, the quotient will be the same as the dividend. Is it clear? Yes. Next one, when the divisor and dividend are the same non-zero number, except 0, if the dividend and divisor are same, then the quotient is 1. Or when we divide a number by itself, when we divide a number by itself, or when the dividend and divisor are same, the quotient will be 1. Okay. Suppose 68 divided by 1. 68 divided by 68 is equal to 1. 68 divided by 68 is equal to 1. Whenever we divide a number by itself, the quotient will be 1. Or if the dividend and divisor are equal, quotient will be 1. Okay. Next question. When the dividend is 0, the quotient is also 0. That means we cannot divide anything. If anything is not with you, if something is not with you, we cannot divide it. Only imagination we can do. Okay. When the dividend is division means divide into equal parts. If I have 10 chocolates, I am dividing it into equal parts for 2 friends. I am giving equally to 2 friends. That is called division. If I don't have the chocolate, I cannot divide it. I cannot give it. So there is no, the answer, they are not going to get any chocolate. That means 0. Okay. When the dividend is 0, the quotient is 0. Okay, when the dividend 0 divided by 5, 0 divided by 68, 0. 0 divided by 68, 0. 0 divided by 5, 0. 0 divided by 100, 0. 9 divided by 0 divided by 9, 0. Whenever we divide 0 by a number, we get 0. Or if the dividend is 0, the quotient also will be 0. Then division by 0 is meaningless. Or if the divisor is 0, that is meaningless. If the divisor is not there, we cannot divide it. Okay. Division by 0 is meaningless. For example, 68 divided by 0, no answer. That is meaningless. 5 divided by 0, no answer, meaningless. But 0 divided by 5, we get 0. 0 divided by 68, we get 0. 100 divided by 0, meaningless. Is it clear? That is the properties of division. First property, when we divide a number by itself, we always get that same number. When we divide a number by 1, we always get the same number. When we divide a number by itself, we get 1. When we divide a number by 0, answer is meaningless. When 0 is divided by any number, answer is 0. That are the properties of division. Next one. Division by 10, 100. Division by 10 and 100. It is very easy. I shall explain how we can do it. Okay. Division by 10 and 100. Let's see how can we do it. Division by 10 and 100. Division by 10 and 100. Let's see. When we divide a number by 10, one's place of the number change into remainder and rest of the number change into quotient. Okay. When we divide a number by 10, one's place of the number change into remainder and rest of the number change into quotient. And when we divide a number by 100, last two digits are changed into remainder and the rest of the number is changed into quotient. Okay, let's see how it is there. 215 divided by 10. Here 10 is there. Even You are not learned dividing by 10 digit number, 2 digits number. I shall explain. Here 2 digits are there. So we have to select 2 digits from dividend. How many tens are in 21? 2 times. 2 tens are 20. Okay. Then do the multiplication and then do the subtraction. Now we have got 1, then 5. How many times? 1 time. 1 tens are 10 and do the subtraction. 5 is quotient. Here 5 is remainder. Quotient is 21. Remainder is 5. I have told you that the last number change into remainder and first 2 number change into quotient. Quotient is 21 and remainder is 5. Okay. The same way 215 divided by 100. 2 hundreds are 200. 15. There is no 115. So quotient is 2 and remainder is 15. If you get question dividing by 10 digits number, that dividing by 10 or 100, no need to do this long division method. You can do directly. Okay. In multiplication also we have learned adding by 10, 100,000. Adding by 10, ones place will remain, tens place will remain changed, and rest of the number will be same. And that subtraction also, that adding by 100, 100 place remain changed. For subtraction also we have learned subtraction by 10, tens place remain deducting 1 from tens place. Subtraction by 100, 1 number will deduct from 100 place. The same way multiplication also we have done that. Now dividing by 10 and 100. When we divide a number by 10, last digit of the number, only one number, last digit of the number will remain that remainder, and rest of the number change into quotient. Dividing by 100, last 2 digit will remain remainder and rest of the number will change into quotient. Okay. Now let's see from our exercise. Just now you can write in your book itself that for exercise 7.4. Exercise 7.4 question number A. Here 91 divided by 10. Question is there, just in that place you write quotient is 9 and remainder is 1. By 1 number dividing by 10. One number, last one number will change into remainder. And question number 3, 123 by 100. Quotient is 1 and remainder is 23. 502 divided by 10. Quotient is 50 and remainder is 2. 423 divided by 10. Quotient is 42. Remainder is 3. Quotient is 42. Remainder is 3. 999 divided by 10. 999 divided by 10. 999 is quotient and remainder is 9. F. 564 divided by 100. 564 divided by 100. Two numbers will change into, last two numbers will change into remainder and the rest of the number will change into quotient. Here last two number is 64. The 64 is remainder and 5 is quotient. And 784 divided by 10. 78 is quotient and remainder is 4. 899 divided by 100. What will be quotient? 99 will be remainder because dividing by 100 and 8 will be quotient. 8 is quotient and remainder is 99. Next one, 667 divided by 10. Dividing by 10, last one digit is remainder, that is 7. 7 is remainder and rest of the number is quotient, that is 66. Okay. Next question, fill in the blanks. 8 divided by 1, you can write in your book itself, okay. 8 divided by 1, 8. When we divide a number by 1, we always get the number itself. Then, question number B, dash divided by 10 is equal to 1. When we get 1 after division, if both the numbers are same. So, what will be the answer here? 10. 10 divided by 10 is equal to 1. Then, dash divided by 8 is equal to 0. When you get 0, when we divide, that if the 0 is dividend, answer will be 0. 0 divided by 8 is equal to 0. Then, 0 divided by 10 is equal to 0. 0 divided by 10 is equal to 0. 182 divided by dash is equal to 182. When we divide a number by 1, we get the number itself. So, what will be the divisor here? 1. 182 divided by 1 is equal to 182. So, you have to write 1 in the place of fill up. Then 1823 divided by 1 is equal to, when we divide a number by 1, we always get the number itself. 1823 divided by 1 is equal to 1823. Okay. Then I am going to give you one homework. Before the next class, please you write this problem, that question number 3 and 4, division by 10 and division by 100 in your book itself with the pencil. I shall tell you what is the answer. That time you can check whether your answer is correct or wrong. Already I have explained, dividing by 10, last one digit will change into a remainder and rest of the numbers will change into quotient. And dividing by 100, last two digit will change into remainder, rest of the number will be quotient. Okay. Now let's wind up this class. Thank you. Have a nice day.